Hey, before you watch these monologues, here's a little bit of context. The characters that you're about to meet are not real young people. They are personas. They're fictional characters that were created to represent some of the different ways that young people think and feel about AI in schools. We worked with the University of Edinburgh to make a set of personas based on research with young people about AI, what excites them, what worries them, where they see opportunities, and where they feel uncomfortable or unsure. We then worked with Toonspeak, a youth theatre company from Glasgow. The young performers took those personas and turned them into characters. They created monologues and scenes, imagining what those characters might be, what they might say, and how AI is affecting their lives. So the monologues are fictional, but they are inspired by the personas that are based on extensive research and real attitudes and opinions young people have about AI. You can find out more about the project or download and use the personas yourself using the links in the description. The project was developed in collaboration with the University of Edinburgh, Digital Skills Education and Toonspeak, and funded by a Google initiated gift. Lewis enjoys using AI to try out new things, explore, and mess about.
You seen that app that makes music? Like, you describe a vibe and it just makes it? I don't know how to feel about it, I'm not gonna lie. Like, on one hand, it's actually sick. On the other, it feels a bit wrong. Like, where did it learn that from? Anyway, I uploaded a new tutorial, by the way, if you haven't seen it. It's on optimizing settings for story games. Used AI to help me figure out what to post next, actually, to laugh my ass off. Like, I gave it my last 10 videos and asked what people probably want to see. And it was actually pretty helpful. I don't think that's bad though. Like, I'm still making the video myself. I'm still the one who knows the stuff. It's just helping me figure out the direction. There's a difference, right? Like, there's using it and then there's using it, if you know what I mean. Like, using it to learn something, fine in my opinion. Using it to pretend you did something you didn't, not fine. It's not that deep. People just need to not be weird about it. Like, don't be a bad person about it, basically. That should be the one rule. Don't be a bad person about it. Anyway, I got A's and everything again, by the way. Mum cried, lol. I'm going back on the console. By the way, new Doctor Who collectibles came out, if you're still into that.
Tian doesn't trust AI outputs and believes they're low quality and don't save them time or help them. Tian's concerned about the amount of misinformation out there and how it affects people around them.
I don't know, sorry. I know a bit about it, not loads. I want to learn more probably. Some of it's fine, isn't it? Some of it I just don't really get why I'd need it. Like, if I need to do something, I'll just do it myself. I'm faster. My cousin, older one, got scammed properly. Someone made a whole fake thing, fake product, AI generated pictures, fake reviews, the lot looked completely real, and he bought it, and the money was just gone. And that's not funny, is it? Someone's actual money. His dad was raging, said he could spot it was a fake from a mile off. I think he was just saying that though, because there's no way he wouldn't fall for it and Adam would. He's like 50. He can't spot off his fake email from the bank. And it's not just products. People make fake videos of real people saying things he never actually said. Fake pictures, lies just made to look true. That needs to stop. Like, that genuinely needs to stop. Young people especially. You can just ruin someone's reputation and it takes 5 minutes apparently. I haven't been scammed. I'm careful, but I think about it. My mum's always saying, check before you click, and I actually do. I just think that if you're going to use it for something good. Make something funny, make something useful, help someone. Don't make it as a weapon. Don't use it to lie about people or take their money or make them look stupid. There should just be, I don't know, more people saying that out loud. More adults saying it in school instead of just banning phones and hoping for the best.
Maria loves using AI to study and practice for exams, but worries about becoming reliant on their AI assistant. They're concerned about being accused of cheating by their teacher.
Before I start, I just want to say I'm 15. I have used AI before. I'm not someone who hates technology and I'm not against you. I use it for school, for studying, for looking things up. I've even been thinking whether I could use AI to help me learn guitar, because to be real, I like that it explains things at my pace. It doesn't make me feel embarrassed for not getting it straight away. I want to talk to you about what it actually feels like to be my age, right now, with all of this happening around us, because I don't think you always know. I don't think you ask, to be honest. I work really hard. I love history, women's rights, social movements, the moments where ordinary people stood up and said, enough, this needs to change. They couldn't just generate an argument or occasionally like something on social media. They had to mean it and fight for it. But I see people using it to write their essays, to be their voice. And I mean, I'm not judging. School's hard enough, but I am worried, because if they aren't doing the work, then I wonder what they're losing. What are we teaching ourselves about effort and trying our best? That's actually what I want to ask you about. Can you build something that helps without replacing? A learning assistant, something that sits alongside you, asks you questions, helps you think harder, but doesn't just hand you the answer? Something that makes it clear what was generated, so no one can pass it off as their own without at least having to make a choice about it. Make it morally responsible, because right now, it's too easy. And young people are getting blamed for that. By teachers, by parents, by the older generation who already don't trust us. But you designed it this way. You made it this easy. So maybe you could make it a little harder. In a good way. Like I said, I'm not against you. I just want you to think about us as people, not as users.
Sunny is an artist and creative who isn't afraid of technology, but worries that AI tools might dilute their artistic voice and make their work feel less like their own.
So, art school. When people hear that, they do this thing with their face, like, oh, that's nice. And you can tell they mean, oh, that's not real. Like it's a holiday you're taking before you do something serious. I started drawing when I was about 7. I draw receipts on the back of letters, on my hand if there was nothing else. My mum used to say I wasn't fully anywhere because half me was always somewhere else, sketching in my head. Then I found a tablet and started messing about with digital art. My mum said if I want to draw, I should at least do it with a pencil or paint. She says that's what real art is, but I don't think this isn't real art. It's just different. It's got its own texture, its own rules. I love it. Art gave me my people as well. That's the thing no one tells you. Art class was the first place I felt like everyone in the room was speaking the same language. We didn't have to explain ourselves. We just showed each other things, made things. That was enough. I do think about AI. I know a bit about it. Probably more than most people my age that aren't just using to make stupid brain rot videos or photos. I'm not against technology. I mean, I make digital art. I'm not exactly painting by candlelight. But the thing that bothers me is when I look at what it generates. I don't like the feeling of knowing that it has no heart to it. That there's been no thought or expression behind it. I mean, I guess the person instructing it is expressing themselves. Maybe, but not to the same depth, and that's a shame. I don't want to lose that. I think I can see where it's pulling it from. Maybe I can't, but I reckon it learns from existing artwork. Real artists, and it takes without asking permission, which means nobody gets credit. I like being inspired by other artists, but I wouldn't call that inspiration. Inspiration is when something changes the way you see and suddenly you make something new. What AI does, it can feel more like taking. Like a machine that learned the shape of someone's voice and started speaking it.
Alex uses some AI apps, but doesn't like being asked to share their data, and worries about the safety of their data and privacy.
Tuesday, 11:45. Got up this morning. Mum put cereal in front of me. It tasted like Honey Nut Crunch. Not the Aldi ones, but it was the Aldi ones. Don't know how they get away with half the stuff they rip off. She made me take Bonnie for a walk to school, broke the zip on my bag. PE, then chemistry, which is criminal. Had to sit there all sweaty. Then lunch. This group of girls, you know the ones who are always performing, always the loudest in the room. They were generating these images on their phones, where you put your face in and it makes a meme or puts you in a scene or whatever. And they were all screaming, laughing, passing phones around. I want to be next, do mine next. And I was just eating my lunch. But then Chloe, who I've literally known my whole life, she got her phone out and started doing it too. She did herself, asked it what her kids might look like based on her picture, and one of Mark, the boy she fancies. She showed me and I smiled because what are you gonna do? I don't know lots about AI. I think it's interesting though, but I know that once your images are in a system somewhere, they can go places. I've seen stuff online, warnings about where it ends up. And I know some of it is probably people being paranoid, but what if it's not? What if your face just ends up floating somewhere and someone finds it or uses it or puts it somewhere you'd never want it to be? When I take pictures from my blog in the school paper, I really think about what it says in that. So the idea of just putting my face into something for a laugh, I don't know if I like that. She was just in the moment. I just wish it felt as easy for me as it does for everyone else to say that it's just a bit of fun and then not think about it. Maybe it is just a bit of fun. Maybe I'm sitting here at midnight being weird about it while everyone else has already forgotten it happened. Bonnie's laying at my ankles, curled up like a cat. No idea what's going on. Lucky her, honestly.
Mohammed uses AI to help them, but feels worried and guilt about the potential impact on the environment.
Dear leaders of the world, I don't write letters very often, but my modern studies teacher says it will be good to, write what I'm angry about. I find writing hard not because I don't have things to say. I have a lot to say, but because the words don't always come out the way I want them to. So please bear with me. I've checked this as best as I can. I'm 16. I go to school, I volunteer at the weekend, and I have a frog called Jeremiah. And I really care about this planet, more than most adults seem to. I want to talk to you about a few things, even if it's wishful thinking you will actually do anything about it. Firstly, the planet. You've been told again and again by scientists, by young people, by the data, that it is struggling. Yet, the adults in my life, the ones who drive me everywhere, who leave things on standby, who don't think where their food comes from, they don't seem to feel it the way I do. Every choice I make, I think about the footprint I'm leaving. I give my time to causes that try to fix what's being destroyed. So why don't you? I'm not trying to be dramatic. I'm just trying to be honest. You have more power than I will ever have, and you're not using it the way the planet needs you to. Secondly, AI. I use AI. I want to be upfront about that. I use it to help me spell check my work because I have dyslexia, and it helps me say what I actually mean without someone else's words getting put in my mouth. Before I had the tool, I was worried all the time that what I wrote made me look stupid, when really I just process words differently. But here's the thing. AI uses energy, and a lot of it, from what I understand, data centers, servers, the process behind every single search and generation, it has an environmental cost that most people aren't talking about. We are ignoring it because it makes our lives easier. But I've started to think about whether the help it gives me is worth what it costs the earth. I want to learn more about AI because I think if it's going to exist, it should at least be trying to fix things and not make them worse. Lastly, there are young people like me who care. The system fails them because they don't understand that dyslexia doesn't mean you're stupid or not trying. It means that your brain thinks differently. And sometimes you need some support. That's what I need. Some support. Not for it just to be a note on my file. I'm asking you to take this seriously. Not just the planet, but the people who are struggling quietly in classrooms. The technology that could help or harm, just depending on the choices you make. Please make the right ones. Thank you.